Welcome to Mining Your Future. I'm Danielle Marchand. We're about to take you on a journey of 24 careers within the BC mining industry. My co-host Maggie will travel to the most remote locations to give you an inside scoop of what it's like to be one of these industry people. What are you doing?
What?
Who are you gonna go see today?
The CEO.
Exactly. But dressed like this, you are not. So, go back, spruce yourself up, make yourself look fancy, hair, makeup, dress up a little bit more. Okay? Ciao! What are you wearing?
What? Spruced up. You said hair, makeup, dress.
Yeah, I meant office though, not opera.
Ew.
Yeah, oh.
So too much?
You think? Okay. It's an epic fail. Ah, perfect.
Can I go now?
No, back straight, smile. Now you can go.
Okay.
What? This way.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So we're here waiting to meet Mike McPhee, who is the president and CEO of Curtis Resources. Now, what we hear about Mike is that he's a stand-up guy who's worked his way all the way up to the top from the bottom. He's very involved with community, with youth, and he travels a lot. So as soon as he's done his meeting, whenever that will be, he'll meet us here. So we'll just wait and wait and wait. Hi, Mike. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great pleasure to meet you too, Maggie.
I look forward to this. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're very, very busy.
Not at all. Pleasure to be here.
Good stuff. So let's go, sign 2 pieces of paper, make a couple calls.
Not quite. Actually, what we got to do in about 2 hours, getting on a plane, we're on our way down to Arizona. We got some business to take care of there. Have you back in a couple of days. Are you good with that?
No.
Good. Let's go. Michael McPhee, President and Chief Executive Officer, Curtis Resources. Just started as a contractor in a small company coming out of university and got to fly all around the north and do some really neat stuff. And since then, I went into operations for 5 years. So I worked in Northern Ontario in Timmins, an old gold mining camp up there, and then have made my way incrementally all the way along. So I've held technical positions and then increasingly management positions. And ultimately, I got to the point where I'm the CEO of the company. But it certainly didn't happen overnight. And it's been a lot of hard work, but really fun too.
We're heading down to one of your properties, your main property.
Main project, yeah.
Okay, and this is something, this sort of a trip is something that you do on, what, an annual basis?
Oh no, like every few weeks. I do a lot of travel, all over the world. I think probably in the last, I think I've super elite status on like 3 different airlines at this point. Probably in the last 6 months, I've been to Europe, I've been to China, I've been to US a bunch of times, Eastern Canada, New York, Boston, Toronto, all these things. And it's hard work, but it's really cool at the same time. I spent the first 5 to 10 years of my career going in the most remote parts of the world. So I was in little twin otter planes flying into remote camps in the Arctic and living in tents and doing all that sort of stuff. I really got my hands dirty all the way along. And the great thing about the mining industry is so much of it is remote. And you get to go to so many cool places, and sometimes people pay tens of thousands of dollars for tourist trips to go into places that I went to work, right?
So what happened is Mike dragged us all the way out here to Arizona. Florence, Arizona is where his operation is taking place. It's 30 degrees outside. I have no idea how he does it. He does it every single week or every other week or so. The difference between him and a lot of other CEOs, which is what I've noticed, is that he actually is a hands-on kind of guy. He doesn't sit in his office and remote control steer this operation. He actually gets down here quite often.
Mining business is pretty technical, and if you don't understand what people are doing on a day-to-day basis, it's hard for people to have respect. I think the best leaders are the ones that actually understand what the folks are doing on the ground. So I'm just as happy to do some of the hard work, manual labor, whatever it is, to get it going, because it's all about a team, right? I'm as much a part of the team as anybody.
For a town as small as Florence, Arizona, it's a pretty big deal to be creating 100 jobs and securing the livelihood of a lot of families and providing for a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised what we've seen following Mike. There's a little bit more traveling to do with him, which seems to be the theme in his job. He just goes, and goes.
If I could send one message out to youth, it would be get your basic degree, get out in the field, get some experience, have some fun, learn the trade, learn which part of the business you like too, right? Because if you think you're going to be X, you may start working out there and find out, you know what, actually that's not what I like Y. So the only way you're going to find that, it's not from textbooks, and it's not even from talking to people, it's from actually going out there and experiencing it yourself. When I finished university, I lived up north, and I went to Northern Ontario and lived in a small town and got to know people and had some of the best time in the world. I mean, I made so many friends, right? And now when I come back and now I'm an executive in downtown Vancouver, people understand that I have a first-hand knowledge of what's taking place on the ground. And I really think in the resource sector in particular, you gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta be willing to get out there, and don't think that it's gonna go straight from UBC or SFU or BCIT or any of those schools and you're gonna walk straight into an executive position. There's no way. Anybody who's been successful in this business has put their time in, at least the good ones. You know what's so cool about it? It's really fun.
Being a CEO sounds glamorous, and we're all certainly guilty of envying the lives we think they lead. However, what we don't consider is the hard work, time, and the effort these individuals put into reaching these very accountable positions. They travel extensively, often being away from friends and family for long periods of time. Just one of the many sacrifices in order to build successful companies, which in turn build strong communities.
Engineers Without Borders is a Canadian international organization that utilizes our volunteer engineers to help development projects in Africa. Tetra Tech, a Vancouver-based company, is making a difference internationally by partnering with Engineers Without Borders.
We have been involved with Engineers Without Borders since 2007 in North America. Since our involvement, we have donated roughly about $500,000 in monetary donations and service in kind. It's been really great to give back to such an amazing organization.
Oh, the outfit is back.
Yep, I'm comfy.
Wonderful. Where are you going?
I'm going to meet Leonard at the new gold mine. He is the heavy-duty equipment trainer.
Oh, so dust, dirt, mud, machines?
Absolutely.
So your thing?
Yes.
Yes, well, I'll stay here. You go and don't forget to wash your hands. Okay? Stay clean.
So our next stop is the new gold mine just outside of Kamloops. We're here to follow around a gentleman by the name of Leonard, a legend, if I may say so myself. He is the heavy-duty equipment trainer. Let's go have a look. How's it going, Leonard? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Look forward to following you around and learning a lot from you today. Lead the way.
Okay. My name is Leonard Craig. I'm a heavy equipment instructor here at New Gold. I train new employees, newbies and that on heavy equipment, train them how to operate it safely, right from the ground up, do the walk-around check and the operations of a machine.
We're following Leonard right now to go over to some of his newbies who he trains on a daily basis. This is actually what he does. So we're gonna follow this journey along right now.
Well, it started back in 1972, working for a company called Cassiar Asbestos. Yeah, I started there in the mill, pushing a broom at an entry-level position. And over the years, well, it didn't take long. I was on a forklift in the mill there, running a little propane-operated forklift and that. My calling wasn't there, so I moved on to the mine, and I got up into the open pit and started learning to operate heavy machinery there. It all starts with BC AMTA. The candidates go through them first, and they get them all up to par on their Taos tests and all that. And then they come over here to New Gold. We take them under our wing. So we take them out in the field and we work with them and train them and teach them how to work safely in the mine, because safety is really big in the mining industry.
I know I'm not much for, I kind of bug the guys all the time. I said I'm not much for carnival rides, so
Yeah.
I'm not an extreme person.
Okay.
And so they think it's pretty comical to watch me go on the dozer and go straight up the hill and kind of half frozen.
Yeah.
Tiffany is one of BC AMTA's prodigies at the new gold mine and is about to train on the largest dozer in Canada for her very first time.
And what we're doing here with Tiffany is she's basically in kindergarten, like you said, right? These are her baby steps, trying to learn.
So this is her first time handling the dozer to try to get to the top of a pile.
She looks pretty confident for a person who's on that thing for the very first time, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So how long would she go at something like this before she could actually make the shift into working this machine out in the field? About a month?
Usually about a month to feel a little bit confident behind.
Yeah.
But it takes a lifetime because there's new things to learn on the dozer every day. There's cutting slopes and, and building road.
Yeah, she certainly looks like she knows what she's doing. An A on the report card.
Congratulations, you did a good job.
Woo! Way to go! Your standing ovation right over here.
Okay, this is a Komatsu dozer. It's a 65. It's equivalent to a D6. We use this machine here to push off the waste. Okay.
Okay.
And today you're going to operate this machine, Maggie.
I'm sorry, I'm what?
You're operating this machine. You're going to learn to operate it.
I just
No. So we'll climb up here and I'll show you where the engine oil dipstick is. And
dipstick.
Yep.
Fantastic.
The engine oil dipstick.
I'm really glad he's doing this and not me.
Then you have 3 grease nipples up there right across the top. 1, 2, 3.
Dipsticks and grease nipples. Fun stuff. Okay, so take care, Leonard. It's been fun meeting ya.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. I will, of course, get up
You're
and
gonna run away? I was gonna go, what?
My will's intact.
You're running off on me?
No, I'm coming. I don't think I could get away if I tried.
So we can fire up.
Feel that puppy.
Push your throttle down.
Push your throttle down. I really don't want to kill anyone today. Push it forward. Yeah, right. Oh my God, we're moving. We're moving. So much fun. My heart's pounding, my body's sweating, but I'm having so much fun. Push it forward. Got it.
Feel your steering. Hold up the brake.
Feel my what there, Leonard?
Steering.
My steering. Right. Okay. Don't put the foot on the brake. Steering. I don't want to kill my cameraman. That would suck for everyone.
Training all these young people and how to operate machinery, to me it's like giving back to the industry that's been good to me all of my life. You can afford to travel and buy houses and do stuff with your money. So it's been a wonderful career. And I had a lot of good mentors along the way.
Meeting Leonard and learning from him at the new gold mine was a huge honor. He's trained thousands of newbies who all look up to him in such a profound way. His passion for teaching and training is obvious. He enjoys every minute of it and often said to me, it's his way of giving back to the industry and company that has provided him with an amazing life.
Wow, that was awesome.
I heard you got to drive one of those dirty machine-like things.
A loader. I got to drive a loader.
It's dirty. So what's next?
Sigrid. We're going to meet Sigrid at the Walter Energy Mine. She is the environmental technician.
Oh, so trees, nature, that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. She takes care of the water, she takes care of the trees, makes sure that when the mine leaves, there's certainly enough of them there. All about sustainability.
And tree planting?
There's tree planting.
I've tree planted.
You have?
No, but you will. Tweet me.
So the next career that we're about to job shadow is a reclamation technician, by far a personal favorite of mine. We're at the Wolverine Mine for Walter Energy, and we're here to meet Sigrid. Let's go meet her.
My name is Sigrid Robertson and I'm the reclamation technician here at Wolverine Mine working for Walter Energy. The thing is that industry wants to meet its permit targets. It wants to meet society's expectations. My job here is to provide that technical point of view and expertise to help the mine to do that. We're headed to one of our downstream monitoring sites. Most frequently what we monitor is turbidity, which is the ability of light to penetrate through the water. People come to me with questions. They see me going about doing my business, and people here are proud of what they do. And they're curious, like if they see me heading off into the woods with a bottle, they want to know what I'm up to. So I'm going to perform 2 tests here. These are the most common ones that we do, and that's that turbidity test that I was telling you about.
Turbidity test, okay.
Yep.
It looks like an Interact machine. Do you want my debit card?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Do you have a credit card? What I'll do is I'm going to fill up this little vial of water.
Yeah.
I'm going to super clean the outside. And then all this machine does is it has a little point of light that comes out here and hits the back here.
Okay.
So I pop this guy in.
Yep.
And I press scan. And that's just like a blank. So that just gives it a reference to go from.
Okay.
And then what we do is we rinse this out 3 times. It's looking pretty clean. We're probably going to get a low reading on this today. Okay, time to scan the sample.
So we're reading the water now.
Yep.
The clarity of the water. Very cool.
Yep. 1.55. That is good.
That is good.
That's
1.55.
probably what I would get coming out of the tap, actually.
Wow. So we're just outside a mine site, literally like meters away. You tested the water and you got a clarity of
tap water.
Of tap water.
Yeah, drinking water.
I say that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's good.
Good stuff. Our job here is done.
Society expects that mines will operate in a certain way now. And the industry wants to do that because its clients expect it. The communities in which it operates expect it to perform in a certain manner to a certain standard. 1.31.
If you do this job, bring bug spray. A lot of bug spray.
Yep. We're getting eaten alive here. It would be easy to go and get another job or something where all you had to do was say, these are the standards, meet them. But it's fun, it's interesting, it's challenging to come here. What we're looking at here is the start of the final stage of some mine site reclamation.
Okay.
That's probably the best way that we can get this mine site back to a natural state.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, targeting the species, the right species at the right time.
You know what I kind of don't like a little bit though is like there's litter and stuff. Do you want me to throw garbage or?
No, leave that on there because otherwise we haven't done a final survey on this area yet. This stuff which is here.
It's not garbage.
Sorry?
It's not garbage?
It's not garbage.
Oh.
This is actually, when the tree planters come out, they'll have maybe like 400 trees or whatever, and they'll come out, they'll stick them all over a large area. But when they look back, it's hard to see where they've been. You can see how much greenery is here. So as they go, they flag off where they've done, and that allows us to come and survey the final reclamation area, see how big it is, and make sure that we got in all the trees and all of the area that we wanted to reclaim.
So I would have thrown out your marker?
Yes.
I should not touch anything?
No,
yeah,
don't touch.
Okay. I'll just, that's good.
Don't step on any of the planted trees.
I'll just keep quiet.
Sustainability for me, in my point of view, it's a lifestyle. I grew up in an agricultural area, and the time I was growing up, we were going through a lot of environmental changes in that area. It had been farmed for a very long time to the point that we were starting to see environmental degradation, and people were actually starting to lose their livelihoods because of lack of management of the environment around them. It really influenced me. It made me decide that I wanted to get into an environment to help industry. Everything that we have is either farmed or mined. These are the 2 most basic things that we need to build a civilized society. We need to be doing it sustainably.
The environmental aspect of mining by far awakens the most amount of controversy. Rightfully so, but I strongly agree with the fascinating and passionate people I've met throughout this show when they say that civilization simply cannot survive without mining. The processes are still far from perfect, but it's in everyone's best interest that those who care get involved, contribute, and make a difference as opposed to stand on the sidelines and point fingers.
Hi, I'm Rob Stevens. Welcome to Fact Digging. Did you know that a gold mine the size of an Olympic swimming pool would have the equivalent of only one 2-liter pop bottle of gold. Finding the gold is like finding a needle in a haystack. This is the discovery part, where exploration geologists and drillers get rock samples from beneath the ground that can be studied for its gold content. And what does this all lead to? The pouring of a gold bar.
Wow, that was emotional.
Really explain, how was reclamation?
Well, Sigrid takes care of a lot of things that have to do with now and the future. But what touched me the most is that she really focuses on what the mine's going to be like when it leaves. So for the future, for the 10, 20,
Do you have a tear in your eye?
30 years after. So, I mean, to me, myself personally, very touched, very moved.
Aw, that's sweet. What's happening next week?
Next week, we have, get this, we have a shopper.
Ooh.
Yep. The only problem is that she shops for heavy-duty equipment.
Yeah, that's not my kind of thing.
Didn't think so. But every time she shops, she spends about $10 to $15 million.
A girl after my own heart. I love this, okay?
I thought so. And last but not least, we have an underground miner.
Oh, that sounds scary.
About 750 meters underground, kind of scary.
Yeah, that's your thing, definitely. Glad it's you.
Me too.
What?
Nothing. I can't wait to meet these people.
Me neither. Tune in next week on Mining Your Future.